Warning, today's video might scare some viewers. In today's video, we check out the forgotten Kirk Hammett signature model. This is the ESP KH-3 30th anniversary. In my opinion, this is one of the best Kirk Hammett guitars out there. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Hey guys, welcome back to Squealing Pig Guitars, the home of luxury shred machines here in Nottingham, England. My name is Keightley, and today is going to be a very shreddy episode. Today we're checking out the KH-3 model, the 30th anniversary from ESP Ltd. And this is the Made in Korea version, which is a really cool kind of Les Paul type shape. We have this single cut body with a neck through construction, and we have a volute. We even have scalloped upper frets. So this guitar has some really high end specs, and I really like the black finish with the custom skull and spider decal. This is my favourite Kirk Hammett signature model. I know everyone seems to go for the KH-2s, but for me, this is the most iconic one. When I was a teenager, first discovering Metallica and playing their riffs, I remember watching the Russia gig that they did, where they played to 500,000 people, and I remember seeing him play kind of a Les Paul type shape, and I always wondered what that guitar was, and obviously it was this design, the KH-3. And apparently in 1991 he went to ESP looking for more of a Les Paul type shape, but he still wanted the ergonomic treatment of an ESP, and he still wanted the same specs as his KH-2s. So ESP came up with this, which is a Les Paul body shape, neck through construction for edit sustain, ebony fingerboard, and a very cool Melody Maker type headstock. It definitely has a little bit of Gibson DNA in it, which I love, but it's still very much an ESP guitar. So without further ado, let's have a closer look at the specs that make up this iconic KH guitar. So first off, these guitars retail for just over £1,000, and in my opinion, they're an incredible deal. Not only are they slightly rare because it was a 30th anniversary limited edition model, but it's also just one of the coolest guitars I think I've ever seen. So to start off with this guitar, what makes this guitar so cool is this awesome skull and spider kind of decal. It's not a decal per se, it's actually like painted on. But this was made by an artist called, well, he worked under the pseudonym Pusshead, but his actual name was Brian Schroeder, I believe. And I've heard that he's done a lot of the graphic design stuff for Metallica, but it's just very cool. It's very 90s and has that kind of death metal quality to it. I think without this, it would look quite budget of a guitar, because obviously it's got no binding. It's a very simplistic guitar, but this just brings all the colours out, and I really like the green accents. So the body construction is quite interesting. We have alder wings on this guitar, and then we have a 3-piece maple neck, which is completely neck through, so it has lots of sustain. Obviously on the back we have the 9-volt battery compartment, as we have active pickups, and then you have the control cavity here. We've got a nice kind of cutaway joint, so it's very easy to get to the upper fret. So the upper portion of the frets are actually scalloped, which makes it a lot easier to bend. If you've never played a scallop board before, I'd highly recommend checking one out, especially if you're a shredder, as it's really good for developing a light touch, and makes bending and vibrato so easy. The neck shape is a thin U. It's a very comfortable shape, especially for a metal guitar, and we have Mikasa Ebony on the fingerboard. This guitar has some interesting inlays. On the upper portion of the neck we have some skull and crossbones, and as we work our way down we have the spiders. These are slightly gaudy, but I do think it really fits the time period of this guitar, so I'll let it slide. And then on the headstock here we have that kind of hand-scribbled LTD with the Kirk Hammett logo in the middle. We have rear side blacked out Grover tuners. We have a volute on this guitar, which is just this little portion here, and obviously that black finish all over it. It is a little bit sticky, but it is a cool finish. We then have the EMG Bone Breaker pickups, which is Kirk Hammett's signature set. Our controls is basically a 3-way toggle switch, 2 volumes, one for the neck, one for the bridge, and 1 tone. And then we have the Floyd Rose blacked out tremolo with the locking nut. Our scale length is 24.75 inches and we have 24 frets. If you're a Metallica fan, you're going to enjoy today's episode. So without further ado, let's warm up the amp and play some Metallica. So welcome to the tone demonstration of this KH Spider 30th anniversary from ESP. Today is going to be a loud one and a very heavy metal one. Today I'm using my 2-Rock Bloomfield driver, which might surprise you, but I'm using the lead gain channel and I'm using pretty much like a metal zone pedal on the floor from the Kemper Profiler. So let's start off with the bridge pickup and do some E minor riffing. At the start of this video I did like a cover of Master of Puppets, so we'll do that again now. With this guitar has a shrieking metal tone, so much sustain available thanks to this EMG pickups, and I'm really enjoying it. Very comfortable to play. It has that single cut shape. Feels a little bit like a Les Paul, but on steroids, and obviously you've got the Floyd Rose as well, which I'm normally not a big fan of, but it definitely works on a guitar like this. I've just lowered the gain very slightly. Let's hear some kind of melodic tones on that bridge pickup. Let's hear some crunch tones on the neck pick. You were expecting to hear Lenny today on a Kirk Hammett guitar. If you're still watching, thank you so much. Make sure to leave a like rating and make sure to subscribe if you're new. Now I'm going to really piss off the Metallica fans and play a Megadeth solo, so let's hear Tornado Assault. That was a lot of fun. I'm enjoying this Kirk Hammett guitar so much. I'd go as far as to say it's probably my favourite Kirk Hammett guitar I've played so far. Finally, let's do some clean tones. So I'm going to engage a chorus pedal. I'm going to put the 2-rock into its clean mode, and let's hear some what. So guys, that's the end of the tone demonstration, so let's go to the end of the video where I give you my personal review and rating of this Kirk Hammett guitar. Okay, so it's the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Before I get into my personal review and rating of this guitar, make sure to go down this video and leave your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think of this Kirk Hammett guitar? Do you love it or do you hate it? Let me know in the comment section below. And whilst you're down there, if you own any Kirk Hammett guitars, make sure to let me know as well. Also, make sure to leave a like rating. That's the thumbs up button if you've enjoyed. It really helps us out. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit subscribe. In today's video, I'm going to give this guitar a 7 out of 10. I love the way it looks. It has that kind of Les Paul shape to it with the single cut. Got a really nice kind of heavy, older winged body with the maple going through it. It's a real boat anchor of a guitar, but it creates some really good sounding riffs. It just sounds so heavy and articulate. I really enjoy playing it, and as I mentioned in the demo, I think this is my favourite Kirk Hammett guitar that I've played. I've played the KH-2s, a couple of different ones, the Ouija one, I've also played a custom shop one. I know they released a custom shop version of this one, and I'd love to try that out at some point because I'm so impressed by this Korean made one. Stuff like the added volute, the Floyd Rose, the Grover tuners, it just has a really cool old school vibe about it, and I just love it. My only criticisms are that it didn't hold tune as well as I'd hoped for a Floyd Rose guitar. I did find myself having to retune a few times and even having to unlock the nut and retuning it from the tuning end as the fine tuners weren't set up very well. That being said as well, I'd much prefer just a master volume on this guitar. I find that I regularly forgot that I had the neck volume off, for example, and when I went between them I found that I was cutting out quite a lot. I know that's more of a user error rather than a product error, but I'd much prefer just one master volume and a separate tone for each pickup with this type of guitar. So yeah, today the Kirk Hammett 30th anniversary is getting a 7 out of 10. I really hope you've enjoyed rocking out with me today, playing some Metallica, some old school riffs. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought. But that is the end of today's Squealing Pig Guitars episode. My name is Ben Keightley, and I'll catch you tomorrow for some more guitar fun. But until then, keep rocking, guys. I'll see you soon.